All right. Hi, Vincent. Hi, Chef Manu. How are you guys?
Good afternoon. Very good. Good. And you?
Good. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to those watching on the live stream and watching on the replay. We're talking to Vincent Landais and Chef Manu about Dr. Bread Manila. It's one of the best artisan French bread in Manila. And not only French bread, I think you do a lot of European breads and other breads. So we're talking to Dr. Bread Manila. And if you want to join our discussion, please feel free to hop in on the comment section. We're streaming live in Facebook and in YouTube. And if you're watching in the replay, just comment out, reach out through Instagram. My name is Anton Diaz, founder of Our Awesome Planet, and we're talking to Dr. Bread Manila. All right, thank you. And we're here talking to thank you for Dr. Okay, Vincent.
Yes.
Can you and Chef, maybe let's start with an introduction. If you can share, how did Dr. Bread Manila came about, and what's the story of the chef?
It's all about him actually, Chef Manu. So I will help a little bit more for the English, but sometimes he can also explain everything that I don't know actually, because it's the same. I would say the same passion from what I do with wine. My name is kept somewhere as Dr. Wine, and what he's doing for him, Dr. Bread. Same thing. It's more like 20 years of experience from the best bread artisan knowledge in Paris. It did open two very pure artisanal bakery in Paris a few years ago.
30 years.
30 years ago, sorry.
30 years experience.
Yeah, 30 years. Yeah, it's true, because you know the story is like when we were talking about it, is Chef Manu start to work at the age of 13 years old when you start, quand tu as commencé à travailler.
Yeah.
So can you imagine that?
Wow.
How long? And he's been working, if I remember, in more than 52 bakery. Yeah, 52, more than 52 bakery. You know, during his apprentissage, when he was still learning, and that's a very long story. It's a very long, hard work story of experience, knowledge, knowing some secret recipes, secret tricks, how to do it, how to fix it, how to be sustainable, because the important in the bread is to have the same quality every morning, and that it's something complicated to do. So this is Dr. Bread, voilà, Chef Manu. He's the one to have all of this in one person, one hand, and that's what we are building right now here in Manila. Anton?
Sorry. So I'll be showing the website. So can you share with us what are the types of bread that you bake daily in Manila?
We do actually we do also tailor-made. We can do some specific bread because we work a lot with different restaurants. But mostly of the bread you see it's a very classic artisan bread, from bread to viennoiserie to sourdough to pain de campagne. Here you can see also some example of cornuts, croffin. That's something new. We are just doing it. You have some that interesting picture also you see with the butter, because we actually Chef Manu was working with a specific butter in France, and we just find a way to get it here.
Wow. French butter.
Yeah, I won't say it's a French butter, but with c'est quoi déjà l'histoire? Il y a 86% de
86% de matière. 86%.
Yeah, it's that's the details that not a lot of people know, but the more pure the butter is and more tasty your viennoiserie become. So viennoiserie, we are talking about the family of croissant, pain au chocolat, all of this classic viennoiserie we find in France. And that's one of the secrets. That's my daughter, by the way, eating every morning the viennoiserie. She loves it. So this is pretty. Right now we are classic product because that's what we like to do. Also, to be honest, sometimes, for example, I've been calling my best friend in New York, in Shanghai, in Tokyo. I have a lot of friends working in this kind of industry. And I was asking the question like, what is new? What is coming up? What the new things coming up in the bakery industry? And the answer, everybody gave me the same answer. You know what? Nothing changed. It's nothing changed, nothing. I mean, truly, the secret of the bread is the bread itself. It's how having a good, tasty bread every day, that's the secret of artisanal bread. No need to try to think that it's going to be like new things. The only last things came up a little bit new was the Croissant and Croissants. So we do it. It's come from New York. Actually, not a long time ago. They created 7 years ago. So it's interesting to think about it. This is the only new thing come up in the bakery industry since few years. And because the most important in the bread, it's and we have here's the secret of how to make it. It's the bread itself, the quality of the flour, the quality of the process, the quality of to follow all the little rules that make the secret a good bread.
Okay. Now, question. A lot of people actually try to really develop one of the best croissants in Manila. And they say there's really a secret or a difference if you make it in France or in Manila. And they say it's the water or it's the environment. Is there really any difference in the quality of the croissant here in Manila versus in Paris?
Depends on the region.
It's that's the secret. Depends of the ingredient. It's as I was saying, the quality of the flour, the quality of the butter. Of course, the water as well can change a little bit, but not that much. L'eau, ça peut changer un petit peu, not that much.
Suivant la farine.
It's really about the main product. The two main product is the flour and the butter for the viennoiserie. But also, I will say that the real secret is also the whole process, the environment, where and how you make it. Because it's true that we were talking about that oftentimes we were talking about it. It's more complicated here in the Philippines to make good quality bread and viennoiserie. Because you have the humidity
and the butter is a change after 26 degrees.
It's the same thing. You see, for example, the butter is not the same quality. I mean, the butter is not that hard as is it when it's up. The temperature get up to 26 degrees. The humidity in the air that change a lot. The crustiness of the bread. It's a lot of things from the natural environment in the Philippines that make actually the job a little bit complicated.
Okay. Now, question. I know that the breads during the pandemic has been a hit, no? Sourdough and all this bread. What was your experience during the pandemic? I know you opened Dr. Bread during this time, right? Or even before the pandemic. What did you notice in terms of behavior of Filipinos that are your clients?
It's for us. It's more because we stopped before. We stopped in
Stop 1 month. Only 1 month
before.
Yeah.
Only 1 month before the pandemic.
Yeah.
A little bit before, no? In December. But we just started actually a little bit before the pandemic, and the target before the pandemic was just to sell our bread to professional. So actually, I will not say the name, but it's a lot of restaurants, mostly very high-end, are taking our bread. And we make to each of them, we make some tailored, some specific bread that everybody asks us. So that's how we start. And we're supposed to do that for a while before, because at the end, our goal is to open our own bakery very soon. It's going to be just next to Dr. Wine. Actually, we are already starting to build it, and because we want to have Dr. Wine and just next Dr. Bread as a very traditional artisan bakery. And so during the pandemic, we have to change our plan, of course, because most of the restaurant closed. So we lost most of our customer. So we have to learn about how to market. That's the funny things. We are still like old school artisan bread, but we have to learn the new way to how to sell directly to our customers. So we learned that. Now we pretty much we do have mostly our customers around where we are located. Rockwell, Makati, Bel Air, Rockwell, Makati. That's our main customer right now to buy directly to the final customer.
And what did they buy, the consumers, during this time?
Actually,
What's popular?
En fait, c'est la pandémie qui a fait qu'on a commencé à développer au niveau des privés.
Yeah, it's actually they're pretty much open to buy everything because we do have a lot of customers know very well France, and they wanted to experience the croissants, the pain au chocolat, the very traditional baguette. So we are not we don't have specific order. We sell everything. We used to sell everything before, and we sell the same thing right now. Kind of similar.
Now, question: do you adjust for delivery? Because the traditional way is you really order it from the bakery, but now you have to ship it out. What were the delivery considerations you have to do for bread?
It depends because sometimes we do the delivery ourselves. So you have to get a minimum order. So it's 500 pesos for near Makati. And but most of the customers, they order and they send the Grab or they send the private driver. So that is no problem. We have an address because we are located in probation. So we can give you our address and people can order directly through our Facebook or page or phone contact. And then anyone is open is allowed to come to our place and to get the pre-order. We just need what people need to understand is that we are doing only fresh product. It's really like if you order a fresh fish, you know what I mean. We don't do like it's not a product. The bread is not a product that you can keep a long time actually. Basically, so we request the people to order the day before because the baker, Dr. Bread is working early morning during the night actually. And I start at 1 a.m. and basically everything is ready the morning, and so people can come to pick up the product. And we strongly suggest, of course, to eat it to enjoy the same day. That's how we do basically in France. Is if you don't sell your product the same day, you throw it away. I mean, or you give it away, but you don't sell it anymore.
Okay. Now, question. Will Dr. Bread focus on classic breads and French bread, or would you localize some of the concepts? Because during the pandemic, there's a lot of ube pandesal, a lot of ensaymada that came about. Would you go down this path or stick to classic bread and French recipes?
En fait, je préfère représenter la France et c'est pas à moi d'essayer de m'imposer sur des produits philippins.
Yeah, I don't like to say no, but actually, yeah, it's definitely a no go for us because we are French. We are here to represent the French product, the way we do the bread as a French way. We are not here to compete as well the local product. That pretty much that's it. It's I don't see why two French guys should come in the Philippines to try to make a French Filipino product. You see what I mean? It's we are here and happy to share with you guys how we do.
En fait, on ne veut pas se mettre en compétition avec des boulangers philippins. On essaie d'apporter quelque chose de nouveau, de faire découvrir.
And we are not here to be in competition with a Filipino product. We are really here to bring something. I don't like to say that, but yeah, to bring something new, because to bring some that kind of quality of real artisan bread.
All right. That's good. That's good. That's good to hear. And because your quality of French bread is really quite good. My next question would be, how's Barangay Poblacion? I know you guys are one of the pillars of Barangay Poblacion with Dr. Wine, and you'll have Dr. Bread now. Maybe can you tell us the story, what's happening now in your beloved neighborhood of Poblacion?
Oh, that's complicated, Anton. it's I hope it will getting better, because step by step we can see that one by one restaurant, bars, and getting are just opening right now actually. So that's a very positive vibe and result we do have after this long fight to COVID. I can say that Makati was not the easier in the whole Manila district, because Makati had this kind of hard liquor ban, and after that it became a small liquor ban that people can drink only one glass of wine. Of course, for us as a Dr. Wine, you can imagine he eat us a lot. It's been complicated, but now things getting positive again. We are everybody's working on it actually. It's the most important also for us is to have a positive result in the fight of the COVID. We are the first to be happy to learn that we have less COVID, we have less people in the hospital getting very sick, and that comforts in us to push to open. And in Poblacion, in this particular area, because in fact everybody is focusing a little bit of this area, because it was before COVID, it was the real booming location. Maybe it was a place to be, and I can confirm that it's a place to be, because it's a lot of project. Actually, a lot of project. A lot of people are preparing some opening some new concept, as we do actually. We are still preparing our Dr. Bread, and I mean. It's been hard. It's been very hard, because as I think everybody lost a lot of things. A lot of business have been closed. A lot of business have been hit badly. But still, it's I think it's in the blood of the Filipino to stay positive and to still see the life as a very positive way. That is really good for us to share.
Okay. And what did you learn during this COVID times in terms of how you create your concept, or in terms of how you prepare the logistics of your products? Any learnings that you could share? Because there's a lot of other food entrepreneurs coming up in Manila, and maybe they can learn from you. How did you guys maneuver the COVID situation?
Ça nous a appris.
It's not easy to be very frank with that, because en fait ça nous a pas appris grand chose, ça nous a plus stoppé quoi.
Ça nous stoppe, mais ça nous apprend un petit peu une organisation de delivery. Chez particulier, par contre, on perd le relationnel, c'est ça qui est dommage.
Yeah, that's a very important point that I mean to say is we did lost a lot of relationship. I mean, in terms of social, real social relationship. That's what I'm always laughing a little bit when I heard the social distancing, because these two words should not be together. Social distancing. I don't know. I never understood this expression, by the way. But but the true thing the true thing is we at the end we lost this direct relation that we used to have with the customer. Before, we used to meet a lot of restaurants. We used to meet a lot of customers come to Dr. Wine, because, by the way, we sell the bread and the product in Dr. Wine, so we can meet directly with our customer. And so what we lost, we won it in another social media. It's by phone. We open our business more, and we entertain our business more by Facebook, by social media, by like what we are doing right now. Before we used to meet Anton, by the way.
Of course.
So I mean, it's not that we lost or win. It's just that we are replacing. We are finding some new way to try to do like what we used to have before. We still have a meeting here on live, for example. But we have to admit also, I think it's the same thing for everybody. It's I mean, not everybody, but in our industry, the pandemic is a time that we almost completely lost. It's a time that everything gets a little bit frozen. All the business gets very low. In our industry, I'm talking about now, because of course, if you see the industry of the online, it can be online gaming or online selling, or look at Amazon. It's like the biggest company in the world. I mean, so some other business, some other branch develop a lot, but the business of F&B, food and beverage in general, lost a lot of time. That's pretty much my impression. No?
En fait, nous, dans notre corps de métier, on a besoin de relationnel pour pouvoir faire plaisir aux clients. Parce que là, on travaille en fait un petit peu de la même manière pour tout le monde. Quand tu as ton relationnel, tu sais que tes clients habitués, lui, il le veut plus cuit, lui, il le veut moins cuit.
It's exactly it. It's part of even as a baker, as a bakery, in the food and drinks industry, F&B industry. I mean, the most important is the relationship. Actually, if you look at it, basically every restaurant, every chef, even me as a sommelier, basically you almost serve your product the same way all the time to make sure that you have a quality of service. And then what can make the difference is when you meet your customer, because the customer wants something a little bit special, a little twist, a little different. And that's what happened when we meet, when we talk. And that we can say that we lost a little bit this relationship, this very rich relationship with our customer. It's true that we can feel the distance, actually. We can feel that it's getting a little bit harder to get more information, to get more, that pretty much is a secret of every restaurant. And serving, I know that some people are trying to serve food, to send menu directly to the house, directly to the final customer. But at the end, if you listen to every owner of restaurant or bakery industry, they will tell you the same thing. We are really missing a lot this relationship with the customer.
Okay. Next question. Sorry, since you're here, I'll ask you about F&B. Roof deck restaurants or bars like Cartel, what happened? I know that a lot of people are booking roof deck, rooftop places or outdoor places. What happened to you guys on Cartel?
It's we are going to open again soon. Everything is under the negotiation. I don't want to talk too much about it, because actually what happened to us is because we've been raided by the police like everybody else, a lot of other business. The problem for us that because we are maybe too famous, we've been too many times on the TV. Then of course the media was cursing the city hall to have more information, to have more, and at the end we pissed a lot of people, and that's what we've been a little bit punished. But because same thing, it's a lot of stories been around. I can tell you, don't worry, everything. Most of the story are kind of are wrong. People like to talk a lot about it, so don't worry. We will open again soon. It's almost a promise. It was very, very soon, actually.
Okay, good. How about the wine business? What happened to the wine business? I know there was a lot of uptake on alcohol drinks during the pandemic. What did happen to you?
That the wine, That the wine is something a little bit more interesting because they find out a very new way, new channel to sell directly to our final customer, to everybody. Actually, everybody in the wine industry create his own website, his own app, and now clearly people order the wine from home directly. But of course, this is because we cannot go to the bar. The bar are not allowed to open here in the Philippines yet. But once again, it's the same thing. Most of the customers are saying the same, that they're really, really missing to go to the bar. They're really missing us. They're really missing the atmosphere. So I think most of the people they cannot wait to go again to restaurant.
Okay, and maybe we've tried a lot of your breads now. Going back to Dr. Bread, and I'll share it. Is there any specialty of the chef, or are all the breads specialty? I'll walk you through the breads that we love. Okay, sorry. So wait. Obviously the croissants are really good, or
Of course.
what's your favorite here, chef?
Yeah,
Or
everybody have different favorites. Your favorite?
My favorite is torsade.
La torsade. You see the little torsade? Yes, exactly. And that actually is the favorite of my daughter as well. She's eating one like this every day.
Actually, I'm really interested on the torsade. What's the difference? Is it just different form, or how would you like a spiral
Inside is different.
braided?
Because you have the cream.
The torsade, I have the cream and the chocolate pepit.
Wow. It's la torsade is a mix of le croissant that you have on the first in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
A mix between croissant and pain au chocolat, the one behind. But then, because he adds, it's a feuilleté, so it's very, very thin line. It's like the croissant actually process. But then he adds some cream inside and some chocolate crush inside. So it's something, actually, that's something I think we are the only one to do that here for sure in the Philippines.
Yeah. It's the first time we've seen it actually, and we're wondering. And then when we tried it, it was really good.
Thank you.
Now, question: the pailles. Maybe why did you decide to go to the pailles form? This is not sardo, right? This is pailles, like a Spanish peasant bread.
Alors, pain de pays, en fait, ouais.
Le pain de pays, en fait, c'est le pain paysan, en fait.
Le pain paysan, yeah. It's really from the old school former, from the forms bread. That's the really, really old school artisan bread.
Et après, si on fait des fines tranches, on peut y mettre une crème béchamel, du jambon, leur passer au four avec du gruyère dessus. On peut faire plein de choses.
It's we do in few new business you can find what we call a tartine. I don't know if you heard about that, Anton. La tartine. It's just one a thin slide of those breads you do, and you can. It's almost like a pizza in a way. You can use it. You use your bread slide in the under like the pizza crust. And then you can add like a bechamel sauce. You can add some.
Okay.
All over the world. But that actually, it's really important for us to make it because it's a very, very classic bread from an artisan.
Et longue conservation.
And we can keep it longer time. But
longer time also.
The difference, that's why also the farmer used to have only this kind of bread because at the end, how you can keep this bread is because you cut some slides, slide by slide, and if it's getting a little bit hard, you just cut a slide, you throw it away, or you give it to your chicken and whatever, and then it's getting tender inside. So you can keep this bread almost a week. And that's a big difference between that and the baguette. The baguette, after 1 day, 2 days, is gone. You cannot keep it. it becomes too hard.
How do you keep this in the freezer or just out?
Outside? Yeah, outside.
Inside tissue.
Yeah, basically, that also very old school, but it's the best against humidity. So you cover it with a fabric.
Okay. Nice to know.
You can see on the picture. You see the fabric. It's actually exactly the way how the bread should be kept. Because basically, once you are finished to serve the bread, you just put up the fabric. You cover the bread, and that keeps the humidity away.
Okay. All right. Next, of course, the croissant. Do you need to heat it up if I bought it for delivery, or what's the advice?
It's always better, huh? It's basically if you need, not absolutely, you can eat right away because it's
Right away.
it's perfectly cooked, I would say. But of course, if you want to make it always just before to eat, that's what most of the restaurant we do. Basically, if you order some viennoiserie or like some shop, if you order basically a viennoiserie, you just eat it like just 1 minute. It's enough. If you're
1 minute 30 à 150 degrés.
Yeah, 1 minute 30. The chef say 150 degrees Celsius, and that's all you need to be perfect.
Do you sell frozen ones or no? Just all the baked ones?
Si, on peut les vendre.
Yeah,
we can sell. Actually, a lot of customers does that because if you don't want to eat every morning a lot of, but you just want to have one order for the week.
Yes.
We suggest, and a lot of our customers they do that. They order once a week. We send them everything frozen. And you just need to eat it. C'est 10 minutes. Quand c'est frozen, no? It's 10 minutes in the oven before to serve. Then, and it's become perfectly like it came out of the bakery.
In 3 hours.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, I didn't know you have that. This one, what's the story of this? This is the walnut raisin, right?
Walnut raisin.
Yeah, walnut, yeah.
Is that one of the classic breads also?
Yeah, it's good for the salad or the cheese.
It's something very classic. We do it actually with the cheese, with the salad. But of course it's a classic as well. It's a very good classic. We do have a lot of that during Christmas as well.
Nice. That's nice to know. Yeah.
Right.
So the cronuts.
Yeah.
Of course, the cronuts though does not travel well, but it still tastes good. What do you think about the cronuts after all this craze about it?
Well, the cronuts, it's become a little bit of classic. And why we did that here, why we started to do it, is because here in the Philippines you have a lot of American influence. I will say that let's be honest, like most of the family living wealthy family here, they all have like siblings living in the state. So you have a deep. We speak American.
Oui, mais le cronuts, c'est pas un Français qui l'a inventé aux États-Unis.
That's true. Yeah, let me finish the story. It's true. The chef insists to say that it's a French guy invented the cronut, and that's a true story. It's come from New York. This is why we came up with the cronuts. We found out that some competitor start to do it, and we were like, okay, as we make the best croissant, because the cronut is a mix of the croissant, it's the same base basically, and then it's just the shape. It's just the shape is different, but actually it's a base croissant, and you add some chocolate, add some flavor, and that's why we decided to do it here, because we can get a lot of American influence here in the Philippines, so they love cronuts. So we decided to let's make it together again. Why not? Because it's still a French product actually. Even The Croissants have been created 7 years ago in New York, and it's a chef, bakery, French pâtissier created.
Okay, that's nice to know. This is the rye bread. And the rye bread, what's the story of the rye bread?
It's very good for the lobster.
True. We eat a lot with all the seafood, actually.
Yes.
All the seafood, because with some butter on top.
Yes.
That's a very classic, because that way you can bring Dr. bread and Dr. wine together. In the wine industry, in the wine, different type of wine go very well, different type of food. It's exactly the same thing for the bread. Some people don't know, but it's true that in France we eat different type of bread. It depends on the type of food you're going to have during the dinner or during the lunch. You see, for example, we have the viennoiserie in the morning. We eat a little bit more sweet in the morning. Then we become a little bit more in a salty type of bread. And then if you eat seafood or if you eat meat, if you eat with some butter, if you eat vegetable, we don't use the same type of bread actually. So it's that's why the story. Every bread has a little story behind that.
Wow, that's good to hear, and that's actually what I wanted to know. We have actually one comment. My friend Jomag said he eats croissants with lots of butter every day. So your croissant, do you recommend to put more butter on it also, or is that how you guys do it? It's a Filipino thing.
Depends your choice. You like cholesterol or no?
I used to work with a chef in New York, actually with Bulud, and he was telling me that every time he's cooking something, I was surprised about how much the quantity of butter he put. When you eat just some meat, some fish, and his answer was like, more butter you put, better is it. And it's true. It's the butter. Actually, the butter helps to have some aromate. The explosion of aromate, we say, in your palate. So it's true that even some people does. Me, I love to put a little bit of butter on my bread to eat fromage, cheese. So,
En fait, en France, on dit toujours des vrais croissants au beurre.
Yeah.
Le beurre s'imprègne dans les sacs en papier. On les achète.
Yeah, you can see that's why our story about we did choose a specific butter that we do import from France to make the viennoiserie better, because more your croissant, for example, is buttery, very I will say when you put the croissant in a bag and you can see from the bag, you can see it's getting it's sweating the butter, and more of that and better is it actually. It's good. It's good.
Now,
tell you.
So our friend Pierre Marmonier said Manu's bread and pastries are the best. Wow.
Thank you, Pierre. Yay!
Kababayan.
Yeah. Thank you, Pierre. And by the way, Pierre is making the very top confiture.
It's very nice inside the croissant.
So we do suggest
What is that?
Yeah, because Pierre Marmonier is making the top confiture. The little jar with the fruit and actually it's our bread and his confiture is perfect to lunch together.
Wow, nice. Wait, let's finish the bread. Let's finish the bread that we like, because we wanted to know the story on how you guys would do it. So of course you have the croissant. Is this a French invention also, or what is the story?
Sure. Yeah, parce qu'en fait, le croissant, c'est le croissant et...
En fait, c'est une pâte à croissant roulée où on y injecte de la crème, différents parfums à l'intérieur.
The croissant is... because the croissant is a little bit different. You have on top the flavor. The croissant, it's the same thing of the croissant, but the way we make it roll up on top, because we put some cream inside.
pour les gros gourmands.
So that's really, if you like you, Anton, if you like something very gourmandise, that's one of the best.
But who created this?
Seriously, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Huh?
That's good. Yeah, I'm just curious. I'm not really.
It's been a long time that we do find that in some old bakery actually. It's kind of classic.
It's actually good. We actually like it.
You see?
And then this one is the multigrain. So the multigrain, how do you guys eat it, or how do you pair it?
Alors, la plupart du temps, c'est les femmes qui aiment manger ça. Je ne saurais pas l'expliquer.
Sorry, should show it. The multigrain.
La plus grande majorité des clients du céréal, c'est des femmes. Pourquoi, je ne sais pas. Ouais.
Because it's healthy, maybe? So more healthy? Or... Because that's really, apparently, it's a very top product order from women. The women are the first to love this one. But once again, it's because of the cereal. All of this, it's about the flavor. It's something a little bit different, a little bit drier, and apparently it's a very ladies thing set.
Okay. Wait. So you were mentioning confiture a while ago. I actually don't understand. Now, okay, Pierre said it's done. Okay.
Thank you, Pierre. I was looking for that one.
Okay. Dr. Bread, Cronuts, and Croissants is more than anything in the PH right now. Thanks.
Thank you.
You have a lot of fans. So wait, let's finish the breads that we like now. So the multigrain was actually also good. And then you have the torsade here. Okay,
Yeah.
Torsade, we know the torsade now. And then of course sardo. And sardo is I guess it's in a baguette form, right? Or
No.
And where do you eat it?
The sourdough, I have more fresh yeast inside. I cook my fresh yeast. And then I mix different flour inside.
So actually, also the sourdough, we do it more here in the Philippines. C'est encore un peu parce que c'est américanisé aussi quelque part. Parce que c'est très healthy. On fait ça en France beaucoup.
Ah oui, bien sûr.
Okay. It become because as you say, he has his own fresh ingredient to use it, and it's very known today, the sourdough, to be one of the most healthy bread that you can eat. So all over the world, it's true that all over the world you can be in New York, in Europe. My friend in Japan was telling me the same. Like most of the people today order the sourdough.
C'est un pain plus sain, en fait.
Ouais, là, c'est ce que je dis, c'est plus healthy. Mais pourquoi, en fait?
Parce qu'en fait, c'est une levain que j'ai démarré avec une pomme. Okay. C'est pas de la levure.
Ok.
Ça demande un plus long process de fermentation, mais c'est plus sain.
Okay. So, as you say, that the fermentation, the process, how you make this sourdough bread, it's longer, it's taking more time, actually. It's not... it's completely different timing and process than the classic bread. And it's true, from most of the doctors, they say that it's way more healthy to eat that daily.
Okay. Now, question. Just curious, your starter was from France, or you created the new starter from here?
Sorry, what do you mean? You started from?
No,
the starter, the sourdough starter.
Not the sourdough, it's not starter. It's my fresh yeast.
Because I'm not sure about to hear your question now, Anton.
Usually, sourdough has a yeast starter, starter, no? Like a starter. And they say that the starter is very important.
You make your own, yeah, okay, because How long do you have it? You were telling me that. So how many years you have it? Or
Celui-là, il a 2 ans.
Yeah, well, for example, it's because he used the same. He created it when he started to make some bread here to more than 2 years ago, and so he used the same starter yeast since the beginning.
Wow. All right. So that's probably why it's Levan.
Oo, Levan.
Levan. What's a Levan?
Yun rin.
That's what you mean, the starter yeast. Yeah.
It's called Levan. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Maybe let's close this conversation. It's been a long time. I missed you guys actually, and maybe some final thoughts to people who are interested or haven't tried Dr. Bread. Maybe can you invite them to try it? How do we try it? And any new thing to expect for Dr. Bread Manila?
Peut-être faire une petite conclusion en disant qu'on a le whole wheat qui est conseillé pour les gens qui ont des problèmes de digestion, constipation. Et le whole wheat, il se fait pour...
That's true that we are just making also this whole wheat new bread become the new thing that we do because it helps a lot the people for the digestion, it's one of the same thing. It's a new things that replace a little bit the sourdough. So that's the new bread we are going to make. But let's follow up on Facebook, on the news, because soon we're going to have some new packaging, some new way to bring you home our product. And I'm sure you will be very happy about that. It's our next things before the real bakery open in publication that we are coming soon with that. Thank you, Anton.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you guys, and thank you. Can't wait for you guys to open.
See you again soon.
Bye. Salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you.